What once looked like a disaster may have become a prize for some Polk County winemakers. I'm Cheryl Barber in Polk County. We'll have the story coming up live.
A new bill that would help millions of uninsured children may have trouble getting past the White House. Why President Bush is promising a veto for S-chip.
The bathroom where Senator Larry Craig was arrested is getting a makeover. Coming up, we'll tell you why.
Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 5.
They were smaller, they were more concentrated, so we're pretty sure it's going to make a better wine.
After suffering through a late freeze and blistering drought, some mountain farmers find a sweet spot. Good afternoon, I'm Darcel Grimes.
And I'm Tammy Watford. What's bad for one crop could actually be good for another. That's what folks at one local winery are saying. News 13's Cheryl Barber joins us. And Cheryl, how does the dry weather make for a good grape?
Well, Tammy, it focuses sunlight on a fruit that's built to produce sugar. That means the tough weather may have produced a prize-winning wine for these Polk County growers.
A lot of the earlier growth was killed with the Easter freeze, so we had a lot less quantity, but higher quality, I guess you'd say.
Green Creek Winery's vineyard manager Marvin Pack shows us the thumbnail-sized Chardonnay grapes. This summer's boiling hot sun has produced a high level of sugar in the second growth fruit that followed the killer freeze and gave this winery a sweet surprise in the middle of what appeared to be a crop disaster.
They ripened earlier. Anytime you get an earlier ripening, you get a better quality grape. Plus, there were no disease problems like we normally have with the rain we have in this area.
The dry conditions also contributed to an earlier harvest that may produce top quality wines.
I think the fact that it was earlier ripening, a healthier grape, will translate into a better Chardonnay.
The harvest has produced a rich colored Cabernet Sauvignon. Winery owner Alvin Pack stirs the grapes in the fermentation tank to keep them moist. The wines aging in the oak casks from this year's unusual harvest will be ready to taste next year.
The people that I've talked to that grow grapes say that they've never seen this happen before. 20 years or however long they've been growing grapes. It's just a unique situation, probably going to produce a unique wine, and we're really looking forward to it.
Gentle taste.
Wine tasters Eddie Gilbert and Lynn Sessoms sample last year's Chardonnay and say they'd appreciate a version made sweeter by the drought.
I know the strawberry crop was weak this year, very flavorful, and probably the same situation. Hardier strawberry, smaller crop, but it was a sweeter, better strawberry taste-wise, and I'm assuming that the grape must probably benefit in the same way.
Marvin and Alvin Pack plan to put the word survivor on the labels of the 2007 wines. No one knows how the wine will taste, but the first bottle of this year's crop is opened next July. Darcel, Tammy?
Thanks, Cheryl. Well, it was windy today, but no rain, sunshine.
We survived the whole week ourselves and got a nice Friday, Mike.
Yeah, it is. The weather's shaping up. We had a cold front come through, and that helped drop our humidity levels, also dropping our temperature somewhat, and they'll keep getting a little bit lower. Here's a live look outside at the moment. Lester Carpetsville sky cam pretty breezy there. You see it shaking a little bit. We have 10 to 15, up to 20 mile-an-hour gusts out of the north after this front has come through. Plenty of sunshine, though, and temperatures are quite comfortable. They will be going down, however, over the next few days. A lot of us will be down in the 40s, if not a few 30s showing up and across the mountains. And now this is the time of the year where it can actually freeze, although it would be a record. The earliest recorded freeze at the Ashville Airport, September 30th, 1967, of 30 degrees. And there are the rest of the nether freezes that we've had, October 1st through October 4th. The coldest it's ever been in October was October 29th of 21 degrees. So temperatures coming down as we get our first real bona fide autumn front. How will the weekend be otherwise? Find out in your Accurate the Forecast coming up.
Okay, Mike. The Madison High Patriots barely have enough troops to fuel the football team. They're taking to the field for the first time tonight after at least 10 players were kicked off the squad for the entire season. Administrators say they violated the school's athletic policy, but they won't say exactly how. Tonight, Madison will use several junior varsity players when it goes up against Hendersonville. If the varsity can't finish its season, the school could face $3,000 in fines.
That's part of it. You know, you have to consider that because, heck, it's money we don't have right now. But the main thing that I'm concerned with right now are the kids.
Coming up at 6, News 13's John Lee takes a look at the divided campus opinions about the now depleted football team.
2 inmates at the Cumberland County Jail are being treated for a drug-resistant superbug. They were diagnosed a few weeks ago and are now taking high-powered antibiotics. The infection is spread through cuts and abrasions, skin contact, and contact with the contaminated surfaces, as well as coughing and poor hygiene. Officials say the inmates are not a threat to others.
A North Carolina man faces up to 60 days in jail on an assault charge for allegedly coughing in an officer's face. Ken Kaufman was pulled over in Marsville for a seatbelt violation. According to police, that's when he purposely coughed in the officer's face. Kaufman admits to coughing but says he was sick. He also claims the cough was at the officer's waist, not his face.
President Bush plans to make good on his threat to veto a major expansion of a children's health program. Congress overwhelmingly approved the $35 billion increase in the state children's health insurance program, or SCHIP. It's likely to land on the president's desk next week.
The president has been very clear for months that if the bill came to him in its current form, that he would veto it. That is his intention. And I don't see any changing of the minds there.
The new funding would provide coverage to about 4 million uninsured American children, but the White House says expanding the program would benefit higher income families at the expense of poorer ones.
President Bush is calling on the world's worst polluters to do something about global warming. Speaking at a conference today, he said major polluters, including the U.S., share a common responsibility to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. He says that needs to be done while keeping the economies of those nations growing. President Bush proposed creating an international fund to finance research into greenhouse technologies and other voluntary efforts to tackle global warming.
The White House is calling on all civilized nations to put pressure on Myanmar to end its violent crackdown on demonstrations. During a teleconference, President Bush and British Prime Minister Gordon Brown talked about the country's struggle for democracy. Brown said he believes the loss of life has been far greater than has been reported. Myanmar's government says 10 people have been killed this week, but protest groups have put the number as high as 200.
The airport men's room where Senator Larry Craig was arrested is getting a new look. New stall dividers that go almost to the floor will be installed to make it a less inviting spot for sexual encounters. Websites have described the restroom as a popular site for sex with strangers. In June, an undercover agent saw Senator Craig allegedly tap his feet and swipe his hand under the divider, and what authorities say was a signal for someone who wanted sex. Craig says the officer misunderstood his actions. A new poll shows Hillary Clinton and Fred Thompson are favorites among the presidential candidates in North Carolina. The poll has Clinton with a 2-to-1 advantage over John Edwards and Barack Obama among Democrats, while Republican Thompson has an apparent lead over Rudy Giuliani. The poll surveyed 664 residents earlier this week.
Summer may have officially already passed, but that doesn't mean you have to put away all those summer toys. We're talking about big toys here, from speedboats to high-dollar homes on wheels. The Mountain RV and Boat Show is going on this weekend at the Western North Carolina Ag Center. There are hundreds of different kinds of boats and RVs on display. Organizers say whether you're just looking or in the market, it's a great chance to see what's available.
You get everybody out here, and they can go from RV to RV and compare products and compare prices and see what they're getting for their money.
The show runs through Sunday, and even though summer's gone, it might be a good chance to start planning for next year. Or you could get the boat and get on the lake and watch the leaves change colors.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah. And then you have it for next year, too.
That's right.
Well, rescue crews are called to action to help out a stranded bear.
Coming up, what it took to get this huge animal down from a bridge.
And investigators may have a lead on a disturbing videotape of sexual abuse found in the Nevada desert.
You're watching News 13 at 5. Closed captioning sponsored by Carolina Furniture Concepts.
If you want it, here it is, come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it.
The clock is ticking at the Buick, Pontiac, and GMC Time to Buy sale. For 7 short days, get great deals on many 07 Buick, Pontiac, and GMC models, like $3,500 cash back on Buick Lucerne. Hurry, on October 1st, time's up. See your local Buick, Pontiac, GMC dealer today.
Hurry, 'cause it's going fast.
Save $25, $100, even $200 on the most comfortable furniture you can buy during the Berkline Groups for Less sale. Buy any Berkline recliner, sofa, or love seat, get $25 off. Buy 2 pieces, get $100 off. Buy all 3 pieces, get $200 off. Choose from a variety of colors, fabrics, and styles, and get a whole room of furniture for a whole lot less. The Berkline Groups for Less sale. It's going on now at Carolina Furniture Concepts.
My family relies on me, and David understood that.
David makes you feel at ease. Most lawyers are in a hurry, but not David.
David treated my family with respect.
David took the time to explain things in a way that my family could understand.
He gets results. Thank you, David.
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 No, thank you for trusting me over the last 25 years.
The first NASCAR stock car to reach 200 miles per hour. The first minivan. And now, Dodge introduces the industry's first lifetime powertrain warranty. It's the best warranty in the business, and no other car company matches it. So come check out the best lineup of Dodge vehicles ever with our exclusive lifetime warranty. Buy or lease any new 2007 Dodge and get an official Panthers tailgate tent. See your participating Carolina Dodge dealers today.
Nevada authorities identify a man they want to question as they search for a young girl sexually assaulted in a homemade videotape.
We begin today's newsreel with that new information. Chester Stiles is being called a person of interest in the search for a little girl who authorities believe was around 4 or 5 years old when she was raped and sexually assaulted in the explicit video. Stiles is also wanted on unrelated state and federal warrants on charges of sexual assault of a minor under 14 years of age. A man claims he found the video in the middle of the Nevada desert several months ago, but only recently turned it over to authorities.
A gunman is in custody after authorities say he fired shots in a Northern California high school. Police say there were no injuries resulting from the incident. A statement from the county says the student had taken hostages, but all of them were released. The statement did not say how many students had been taken in the ordeal.
Federal agents shut down a factory that made food products laced with marijuana. The enhanced snacks were apparently intended for medical marijuana users and included ice cream, barbecue sauce, and chocolate-covered pretzels. 3 people have been arrested, and authorities are looking for a 4th. The products were shipped throughout California and to Seattle, Vancouver, and Amsterdam.
Take a look at these pictures here of a bear clinging to the outside of a California bridge. Witnesses say 2 cars crossed the bridge at the same time, causing the bear to panic and jump over the safety wall. Well, he was able to catch the ledge and hang on to a concrete support beam. And there you see rescue crews actually hung a net, tranquilized the giant animal, and then pushed him into it. They lowered him to the ground where the bear, as you see, they're just clinging to life. Well, he eventually woke up and said thank you very much and walked away.
Oh, wow. Look at there.
Isn't
Hard
that
to
a great
believe,
story?
yeah.
I mean, how did they figure out how to get the net under there? And
how many people did it take?
I don't know.
Because that bear had to be pretty heavy.
And he was hanging on for a long time. What's that? It's like a little kitten that says, just hang on, Friday's coming or something. You know, you see that, Mike?
You know, when he woke up, probably thought he was just in a bad dream. Like what just happened? Hey, we have some fine weather coming up ahead. I know it does not include too much rain. That's something we certainly all could use. Temperatures, however, will be very pleasant, except for the overnight lows. They're going to get a little chilly. I'll be back with the AccuWeather forecast, show you the numbers coming up.
Ashville Chevrolet, your only local hometown Chevrolet dealer. I invite you to see why we have the best certified used cars anywhere. 205 Smoky-Brook Highway. I'm Mike Alonzo, and I guarantee it.
When a guy can't get his wahine to put some halakaheki all over his moa'u, then he's got to go someplace else. The Hawaiian chicken sandwich with grilled pineapple, new at Hardee's.
Presenting the 263 horsepower Lincoln MKZ, rated highest in initial quality according to J.D. Power and Associates. Now joined by the fastest selling luxury crossover, the Lincoln MKX, with its award-winning safety and panoramic vista roof. Reach higher and you're destined to reach the top. Now drive the innovative Lincoln MKX for $369 a month.
Nobody can do what Mako does. Mako can repaint your entire car fast. In most cases, just a few days. Our economical ambassador paint service is only $249.
Make it easy, make it right, make it Mako. And now with 0% financing.
Fuel economy that goes beyond Toyota Sequoia and Nissan Armada. Innovation that goes beyond convenience. Looking beyond the drawing board is one more way that GMC Yukon is engineered to the highest standard, professional grade.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the all-new 2007 GMC Yukon. See the pros at your local GMC dealer.
Weather is brought to you by Fuddruckers of Asheville. And now, your AccuWeather forecast from News 13.
Well, temperature is pretty favorable today. It was a very nice afternoon. A little breezy, however. That wind really started to kick up after that front came through. And we've had gusts in the order of 20 miles an hour in some cases here across the mountains. Here's a live look outside at the moment. Our Pisgah cam. Almost crystal clear blue skies for most of us. We have a little bit of haze, but it isn't too bad. And temperatures, they're starting to come down a little bit now. You might even need jackets on if you're out a little late tonight because they're going to be going way down by early tomorrow morning in many respects here mountain-wide. 12 hours ago, early this morning, it wasn't too bad of a start. Most of us dropped down in the 50s or so, and then we had a couple of clouds, and they burned away to where we had sunshine and high pressure all day long. Temperatures are cooler than this same time yesterday by several degrees. These are 24-hour temperature changes. And we are 4 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. 2 degrees cooler in Rutherfordton. Almost everybody anywhere between 1 and 5 degrees off. 75 degrees the current temperature. Most of us are in the 70s here across the mountains. We have 80s throughout the upstate, which isn't bad considering it's been in the 90s here recently. 84 degrees at Greer, same for Anderson. The hot spot down in Columbia is 89. 81 if you live out in Morganton. 79 is pretty good in Andrews and into Franklin. Currently, though, we have a dew point that's dropped quite a bit, 42. It shows the atmosphere drying out with this high pressure coming in. Humidity is only 30%. So with dew points low, our mercury is going to be allowed to drop quite a bit overnight tonight. Some of the coldest air we've had yet so far. It is autumn, by the way. Falling pressure and the wind has been kind of gusty out of the northwest. 17 miles an hour at the top of the hour and gusting over that by 5 to 10 degrees or so. Dew point in the upstate 43. Lots of sun. Humidity is 23%. The pressure is on the rise there. Northwest wind at about 7 miles an hour. Robert Payne out of Hendersonville. He started off this morning at 61, so he stayed kind of mild overnight. Topped out at 83, and he's only backed off 3 degrees since. Pretty nice day, though, there, with lots of sunshine and, of course, no rain. Dew points all around have been dropping from the northwest to the southeast. Dew point in Winston-Salem is 40 and 43 at GSP, where it's still in the 60s along the coastline. How is that significant? Again, it does allow our temperatures to fall even more as these dew points drop, and that's going to be cooling us off. Some of us, even in the mountains, may even get down in the upper 30s here over the next couple of days. Here's what's happened 12 hours ago, though. Area-wide, we've had high pressure build in, our frontal boundary offshore with all the rain as the low pressure zips toward the northeast, and there's nothing coming in behind it. Our cold core high pressure is building in. See, the winds are kind of thick here because these lines are close together, lines of constant pressure. And as they get close together, the winds pick up. Well, that high pressure is going to come in, and these lines are going to spread apart. So winds will be coming down tomorrow. Won't be near as breezy throughout the weekend. Futurecast over the next 24 hours keeps us under the influence of this high pressure, and not just us. Everybody here along the East Coast going to enjoy some fine weather this entire weekend. Tomorrow morning, we start off on the cool side. In the afternoon, we warm back up into the mid-70s, which it'll be like today. Very similar, anyhow, without the wind. 45 tonight. That certainly is a little on the cooler side. The upstate 53 with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, 76. Beautiful afternoon. North winds 5 to 10. The upstate 81. And that's good, too. A little cooler than it was today. Your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We will remain in the 70s as we slowly climb into the 80-degree territory by the mid part of next week, but lows are going to remain down there in the 40s. Now, this time of the year, we can get our first freeze, although I'm not alluding to our first freeze coming anytime soon. Just be aware of that as we go into October. We'll have our first freeze here probably by the middle, certainly by the end of October.
Thanks, Mike, I think. Well, could cancer increase a couple's chances of getting divorced?
A new study says yes, but not all types of the disease. We'll explain next.
And we've all heard of the baby blues, but what can you do to keep from catching it?
It's still the $199 sale ending Monday at 6 o'clock at Rug & Home. Take a look at these gorgeous rugs. Handmade, 100% wool. They were $9.99, now only $1.99, but it ends Monday at 6, so I'll see you soon at Rug & Home.
Wow, this Subaru Tribeca has a great interior.
Award-winning, actually. Backup camera. It handles better than our car. But then again, it does have all-wheel drive standard, 256 horsepower engine, top safety pick award, DVD player, third-row seats, and 4 cargo area tie-down hooks.
I love it when you talk car.
The all-new Tribeca, starting at just $29,995.
Get the best Subaru price in the Carolinas guaranteed at Hunter Subaru in Hendersonville.
The big event at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Big style. Big savings. So what are you waiting for? Big event has been extended through Monday.
This is your absolute last chance to take advantage of no interest till 2012, plus no payments till next year. We design, build, and deliver our furniture, saving you money with exclusive Ashley Direct prices and no interest till 2012, plus no payments till next year. It all ends Monday, so visit your Ashley Furniture Home Store today.
Check it out. Only Rug & Home has been featured in Southern Living, named Retailer of the Year, and featured in Entrepreneur's Hot 100. There's an amazing selection and world-class service, and of course, the discount. So come on in and see what all the buzz is about here at Rug & Home.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast 24 hours a day from News 13 and the Weatherline Forecast Service.
Number 8.
That's me.
School lunch, yeah?
Yep.
You look like a ham and cheese girl.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's tavern ham. That's really good.
That's very good.
All right. Thick or thin?
Not thin and not thick. I mean, like, maybe thin and medium, like, in between.
I can do that. We're on to cheese.
Maybe 6 of the speckled ones. Thank you very much.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, see you next time. Number 9.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Anton in Canton knows you can get a great deal on a used car anywhere, but you can't get a great deal on financing unless you go to Anton in Canton. Right now, get as low as 2.9 APR on all certifieds. 2.9 APR. Impalas, Silverados, Tahoes, Suburbans, Grand Prix, and more. We've never had more certified trade-ins. Get 2.9 APR plus get 0 APR for 60 months plus the invoice price on new Silverado Crew. Get it all at Anton Chevrolet Pontiac Buick in Canton, the home of invoice pricing.
News 13 on My 40 is expanding to fit your schedule. Now, News 13's Holly Hedrick and Frank Bravoni bring you the only 10 o'clock news dedicated to your story. News 13 on My 40, tonight at 10.
Tonight, the first daughter, her first television interview, Jenna Bush, lifting the curtain on the White House, her emotional new book, and her engagement.
Have you set a date yet? Everybody wondering if there'll be a White House wedding.
Don't miss the Diane Sawyer exclusive, tonight on 2020.
People who develop cervical or testicular cancer may face another harsh reality.
Topping today's health headlines, a new study says they're more likely to get divorced. Researchers found women with cervical cancer had a 40% higher chance of getting divorced than other women. Men with testicular cancer were 20% more likely. Both types of cancer are curable and are diagnosed at younger ages. Experts think the breakups could be due to the youth of the couples involved. Older couples might be more committed to each other and more likely to withstand a serious illness.
Depression in pregnant women may be more common than previously thought. Researchers found 1 in 7 women suffered from major depression just before, during, or after pregnancy. Those who had depression prior to pregnancy were at higher risk for recurring depression later on. Researchers recommend care during pregnancy and beyond. Psychotherapy is best because it doesn't carry any health risks. But for severe depression, women may need antidepressants to fully heal.
The Food Lion grocery chain has pulled 3 types of milk from its shelves in 1,200 stores. Customers complain that it's spoiled before the expiration date. The recall involves whole, 2%, and skim milk with the UPC codes shown there on your screen. Those products have expiration dates of November 3rd, 4th, 9th, or the 10th. If you have the recalled milk, you can return it for a full refund. Whether you have an active lifestyle or you like to just take it easy, we have a pet just for you.
Learn all about these 2 great dogs, including how you can adopt them when we come back.
I'm Cassandra Pride. Coming up, a popular fast food joint is sued for sexual harassment.
If you want it, here it is, come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it.
The clock is ticking at the Buick, Pontiac, and GMC Time to Buy sale. For 7 short days, get great deals on many 07 Buick, Pontiac, and GMC models, like $3,500 cash back on Buick Lucerne. Hurry, on October 1st, time's up. See your local Buick, Pontiac, GMC dealer today.
You know, a lot of wireless companies say they have a great network, but where? Everywhere? Call you tonight. We have different lives. We go different places. Isn't your everywhere different from the next person? That's why at US Cellular, we give you 30 days to try our network, because we want you to make sure it works everywhere. And that special somewhere, you use it most.
Guess who caught dinner?
US Cellular is wireless where you matter most.
US Cellular. We connect with you.
Save $25, $100, even $200 on the most comfortable furniture you can buy during the Berkline Group's For Less sale. Buy any Berkline recliner, sofa, or love seat, get $25 off. Buy 2 pieces, get $100 off. Buy all 3 pieces, get $200 off. Choose from a variety of colors, fabrics, and styles, and get a whole room of furniture for a whole lot less. The Berkline Group's For Less sale. It's going on now at Carolina Furniture Concepts.
It's finally here, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance, with no interest for 6 years on Dodge Durango, Dakota, and Grand Caravan with stow-and-go seating and storage. Plus, buy or lease any new 2007 Dodge from a participating Carolina Dodge dealer today and get an official Panthers Tailgate 10. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. And that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance ends soon.
Pet Pals, sponsored by Arby's.
BK and Dakota are complete opposites, which means one of them might be perfect for you.
Julie Wonder introduces us to these 2 great dogs in this week's Pet Pals.
Joining us this week for our Pet Pals is China Rose from Yancey County, and you have brought 2 very cool dogs, BK and Dakota. And they both have very different personalities, so you have a little bit of both. Tell me about BK first, which the way you got the name is pretty funny.
Yeah, BK was found at Burger King. He came in, he was very thin and flea infested, but we gave him a few flea baths.
Let's see.
And
oh, he's doing good.
Yeah, he's doing good now. He loves to run out, and he's good with other dogs and cats.
And he looks like just a slightly bigger Jack Russell Terrier. So
yeah.
A Jack Russell was something else.
Maybe some Beagle, who knows.
Yeah. And Dakota here, a mellow dog.
Very much so.
A beautiful dog, too.
He was adopted from us when he was about 8 weeks old. He went to an elderly couple, and her husband died, and she couldn't take care of 2 dogs anymore. So he came back to us, but he's housebroken, and he's also very good. He loves to ride in the car, and he is also very good with other dogs.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That sounds like a great find. And Dakota, you have the most handsome, I called him beautiful before, handsome freckles.
Yes.
Just all over his cute little muzzle and his legs here. He is just, both of these are just stunning, good-looking dogs. How do we adopt them?
You can call the shelter. It's 828-682-9510, or you can visit our website at yanceyanimals.petfinder.com.
All right, thank you, China Rose.
Thank you.
And that's it for this week's Pet Pal.
It'd be a great weekend to get out and walk a dog or do anything.
Oh,
Mike
yes.
says it's going to be beautiful.
And they're 2 cuties.
They certainly are. Thanks for joining us at 5.
News 13 is at 5:30 is next.
Tonight, a Super Bowl champ helping the heroes of 9/11.
The people who I think are heroes are people who sacrifice their lives.
He'll walk coast to coast to raise money, all 3,200 miles. As he honors them, we honor him. Our Person of the Week on Wilderness with Charles Gibson.
News 13 on My 40, the dedicated coverage you count on. Now on a new channel. For the news that fits your busy schedule, turn to News 13 on My 40. Weeknights at 6:30 on Charter Cable Ashville Channel 9.
When Honda designed the all-new 2008 Accord, they had big things in mind. So they created the most spacious Accord ever by thinking beyond the road with innovations that take Accord to the top of its class. The all-new Accord is more powerful, more fuel efficient, and all Honda. Safe, smart, and reliable. Hurry and drive the new 08 Accord for $259 a month. From big ideas come great things. Drive the new 2008 Honda Accord today at your nearest Honda dealer of the Carolinas.
When a guy can't get his wahine to put some halakaheki all over his moa'u, then he's gotta go someplace else. The Hawaiian chicken sandwich with grilled pineapple, new at Hardee's.
My family relies on me, and David understood that.
David makes you feel at ease. Most lawyers are in a hurry, but not David.
David treated my family with respect.
David took the time to explain things in a way that my family could understand.
He gets results. Thank you, David.
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 No, thank you for trusting me over the last 25 years.
We went around swapping people's vehicles for 1 week. We didn't tell them we were from Ford. We told them it was market research.
My name's Deion McKinney, and I'm going to be swapping for the Ford Mustang GT convertible. Feel that rumble of the engine. It's kind of like, woo! It's got the hey, look at me kind of feel to it. Got some serious pickup. By the time you want to be in that lane, you're already in it. It puts a smile on my face.
Now swap your ride and get an 07 Ford Mustang with an extra $2,000 swap bonus cash for a total savings of up to $3,500. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today.
A popular fast food joint is sued for sexual harassment. I'm Cassandra Pride. Coming up, why similar incidents go unreported.
A woman is fighting for her life after surviving 8 days trapped inside her car. How investigators finally managed to find her.
A local singer is hoping your votes will send him to the Big Apple and a shot at making it big on Broadway.
Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 5:30.
It's a very complex type of case, and this area of the law is very complicated.
A mountain fast food restaurant faces a civil rights lawsuit after accusations of sexual harassment. Good afternoon. I'm Larry Blunt.
And I'm Tammy Watford. A former employee at an Arby's in Asheville is suing the franchise, claiming she was sexually harassed, then fired for reporting it. Cassandra Pride joins us with a story. And Cassandra, what did Arby's say about those accusations?
Well, Tammy, an attorney for the company that owns the franchise, Winning Team Incorporated, says she hasn't seen the lawsuit and therefore cannot comment. But the case brings about an important issue that surrounds many workplaces. Ashley Hensley, in the workforce for many years, has yet to encounter sexual harassment, but she knows exactly what to do if it happens.
Especially in the workforce, I'd go to my supervisor right away, or the next person in charge.
According to these court documents, Melissa Jackson of Asheville did just that. She worked at the Tuttle Road Arby's. She's suing the company for alleged sexual harassment in 2004. Jackson also alleges the company fired her after she complained to managers.
It's a very complex type of case, and this area of the law is very complicated.
Attorney Mike Weimer says sexual harassment in the workplace often goes unreported.
Women are afraid a lot of times to make a fuss, and they're afraid that if they do report those kinds of things, even though they are sexual harassment, that they're going to be retaliated against.
When this conduct creates a hostile working environment.
Express Personnel, a job placement agency, requires new applicants to watch a video showing the telltale signs of harassment.
Sexual harassment would be any unwanted sexual comments, showing pictures, making sexually jokes related to sexual matters that are unwelcome.
Staff consultants here say they've investigated several sexual harassment cases. Chances are, if it feels wrong, it is.
In my experience, the sooner you bring something to light, the easier it is to take care of.
The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is representing Jackson. According to court documents, several other women have come forward, and the case may turn into a class action lawsuit. Larry?
Cassandra, thank you. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is ordering a high-level review board to investigate a North Carolina company. That's Blackwater USA. Now, Iraqis are concerned about several incidents involving employees of Blackwater, a company that provides security, including a deadly shooting this month that killed at least 11 Iraqi citizens. The review is set to begin next week in Baghdad. State Department says the panel will present an interim report by October 5th.
More for embattled NFL quarterback Michael Vick. An Indiana bank is suing the former Falcons star for failing to repay $2 million in loans involving a car rental business. The loans were made this year to a Georgia company known as Divine 7, of which Vic is listed as the chief financial officer. An unidentified airline and passenger could be in serious trouble after customs officials in Atlanta discovered that. A miniature horse cooped up inside a large dog crate. The Department of Agriculture says transporting the horse in the dog carrier violates animal cruelty regulations. The plane had stopped in Atlanta during a trip from, get this, Germany to Guatemala. Officials say the horse was checked out by a vet and then placed in a much bigger container for travel.
Well, we're hearing this again. More toys made in China are being recalled because of safety hazards. The latest recall includes 21,000 mini Zuper doll strollers seen here. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the stroller has caused at least 3 serious lacerations, even severed the fingertip of a 2-year-old boy. Also being recalled are 80,000 X-15 flying model rockets. Seems the nose of the rocket can separate without the parachute deploying and could hit someone on the ground.
33-year-old Tanya Ryder is fighting for her life in a Seattle hospital after surviving 8 days inside her car after it crashed into a ravine. Ryder went missing September 19th. Police found her after tracking the general location of her cell phone. At the time she was found on Thursday, deputies were giving her husband a lie detector test. While he's frustrated by all the red tape, Tom Ryder says he's just glad to have her back.
I've told her that I love her. I've told her all she has to worry about is getting better.
And this is miraculous that she's still alive.
Doctors say Ryder has severe injuries, but her brain function is normal. Doctors also believe Ryder is alive because she is young and healthy and was wearing a seatbelt when the car crashed.
For college freshmen, choosing a major can be a daunting task. But if it's all about the money, the National Association of Colleges and Employers have a few monetary suggestions. According to their recent study, chemical engineering will earn you the fattest post-grad paycheck. Qualified chemical engineers can earn a starting salary of about $60,000 a year. Computer engineers earn a not-so-shabby $56,000 for their first jobs, while accountants and economic majors can find themselves in the high 40s. But even less technically skilled students still have hope. History and liberal arts majors are earning starting salaries in the mid-30s.
If all this craziness here on Earth is getting to be a bit much for you, NASA wants to hear from you. That's right, NASA is now accepting applications for astronaut candidates to help support the space station program. NASA wants U.S. citizens who are creative, ambitious, and have a sense of daring. If you've got the right stuff, go to our website, WLOS.com, and click on More Info for a link to that application.
Sounds like you, Tammy. Sign up.
Right.
Food, music, souvenirs, and a history lesson. They're all taking place this weekend, the same place in your town. It's the 4th annual Blue-Gray Heritage Weekend. It's officially underway in Mills River. It's a 3-day event including a Civil War reenactment featuring infantry, artillery, and cavalry. Organizers say it's a sort of living history that helps bring the Civil War to life for people of all ages.
The lifestyle of the area, you know, or the period, a little bit of what went on locally here in our area.
Heritage Weekend continues through Sunday on the corner of Highway 191 and McDowell Road. Admission is $5 for adults, $2 for children 6 to 12. Kids under 6 will get in free. Now, in addition to the reenactments, Heritage Weekend also includes plenty of food, music of the era, and of course, lots of souvenirs.
Well, the cookers are fired up and the grills are ready for the Western North Carolina Barbecue Festival. The 4th annual event, Smokin' in the Valley, is sanctioned by the Kansas City Barbecue Society. The organization's reps will be on hand in Maggie Valley as kings and queens of the cookers. Get ready to find out who is the best of the best.
So right now we're just trying to get a little bit of time for this to marinate on the meat, add a little bit to it, so we put it on the smoker in the morning and get it ready for turning.
The grand champion receives a $2,000 prize and a trophy. The barbecue festival is open until 10 o'clock tonight and continues tomorrow from 10 to 9 p.m. at the Maggie Valley Festival Grounds. That looks like good eating, doesn't it?
Wonder if they need any judges.
That might be a good idea, at least for Saturday. Well, a local singer is hoping his natural talent and your online votes will help him go from karaoke to Broadway.
When I was walking in Memphis,
Joseph Wilton Jr. performs karaoke regularly at Mac Kells, so now he's hoping for a shot at the big time.
But he needs your help. Joseph is part of an online contest. The top 3 vote getters get an all-expenses trip to New York. and a chance to audition for the role of Roger in Rent on Broadway. Joseph says winning the contest would be a dream come true.
Singing is all I've ever wanted to do, and I just want to be on the stage in front of lots of people.
Well, good luck, Joseph. He says he's known every word to Rent since he was 16. If you'd like to cast a vote for Joseph, just head over to our website. It's WLOS.com, and we will link you to the Rent website. Voting, by the way, closes on Sunday.
I bet that was hard for him singing for just the camera. The crowd wasn't
You know, I
there.
didn't even think of that. You're right. It's a whole different animal when you're in front of a live crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why we're glad we're just in front of a camera.
I was going to say,
It's
sing a
easier that
number,
way,
let's
isn't
see.
it? Well, Kid Rock's #1 DJ appears in a North Carolina courtroom.
Coming up in the buzz, what happened after Uncle Cracker pleaded guilty to assault.
Pretty nice day today. A little bit breezy, but temperatures did come down slightly, and we'll have a nice weekend ahead, although it's going to get colder. Here's your almanac for you. High of 76 degrees, 3 degrees above normal, and 62 for the low. That was well above. Plan on that number being beat, though, by midnight tonight. 86 for the high in the upstate. Your anchor of the forecast coming right up.
And there's the lineup for tonight on ABC 13.
You're watching News 13 at 5:30.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Caldwell. We'll get you right back to the news in just a moment. First, an important question. Would you feel comfortable buying a new home if you knew the very second you moved in, that house would be worth $50,000 less? Of course not. So I ask you this, why would any of us ever do the very same thing when we purchase a new car?
Hey folks, Mark Andrews here with Star 104.3, and Bob's point is exactly right. Fortunately, there's an alternative. Auto Advantage, your new car alternative store. See, new cars depreciate 20% or more the moment you buy them. That's thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money gone in seconds. But thanks to Auto Advantage, I'll never suffer new car depreciation again. Plus, they've got a huge selection of like-new vehicles, all with the prices clearly marked, and most still under the remainder of their factory warranty, so I can buy with confidence.
It's no wonder Auto Advantage has sold more than 20,000 vehicles in our community in the past 10 years.
Here's a few examples of what you can expect from Auto Advantage, in addition to the tremendous selection of low-payment vehicles scrolling across the bottom of your screen. How about this loaded Mazda RX-8? You save $15,000 off new sticker. Or an 07 Rubicon, save $5,000 off new. Or folks, this Ford F-250 Crew Cab Diesel, you save $25,000 off new.
I'm Bob Caldwell. Buy your next vehicle from Auto Advantage. It just makes sense. Easy to find, exit 44 on I-26, the Fletcher exit. Hey, thanks for watching. Now back to the news.
And now, your AccuWeather forecast from News 13.
Pretty nice day today, and the weekend is here. We certainly like to see some more of this, and we are going to get to serve up a little bit good weather. However, the mornings are going to get kind of cold for this time of the year, at least compared to the way it has been lately, especially this morning. Didn't drop down that much at all. We're only in the 60s. Here's a live Lester Carpet Sale sky cam. Plenty of blue sky. Has been breezy. Winds have been kicking up there around 10 to 15 miles an hour, some gusts up to 20. And we will continue to have some breezy conditions this evening. If you get one going out, you probably want a jacket on, if not a light coat, because temperatures will be falling if you're out very late tonight. 12 hours ago, we did have a few clouds. They quickly disappeared, and then we were left with clear skies and plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon today. High pressure, the main feature on the eastern seaboard for just about everybody, which does include us. 42 is our dew point. A lot of us have dew points in the 40s, 34 showing up in Franklin. That's pretty low. Even 40s for the dew points in the upstate. And the reason why I'm showing you these is our temperature can technically drop all the way down to the dew point. It's possible overnight. And our temperatures will certainly be going down into the 40s for many of us, if not a few upper 30s could show up here in parts of the mountains by early tomorrow morning, if not the morning after. 75 degrees the current temperature. Most of us are in the 70s here mountain-wide, 80s for the upstate and the foothills, 90 in Columbia, it's 86 in Greenwood, 75 is pretty comfortable there in Hendersonville, 79 degrees in Franklin and Andrews. At 42 for our dew point, so the humidity is only at 30%. 75 for the current temperature, falling pressure at the Ashville Airport. Wind's been about 17 miles an hour. It's been breezy. 84 in the upstate, 23% humidity, so the atmosphere continues to dry out, and we'll notice those numbers drop. North-northwest winds at about 7 miles an hour. Will Ray from Fairview started at 52, so we got a little cooler in the morning. 76 for the afternoon high. Now he's at a very comfortable 72. No rain. and plenty of sunshine. Here's our high pressure that's carved itself out over the Central Plains through the East Coast, and it's coming in from Canada. It's anchored there, by the way. Frontal boundary on the shoreline, and will continue to push off into the ocean throughout the next 24 hours, and that's allowing this high pressure to continue to build in. Right now, though, we're on the outside cusp of this high, and that's why it's been breezy. But once we get the center overhead, that's going to relax our winds, so it won't be near as breezy throughout the weekend. Another storm system emerges out over the northern tier of the United States. It is not coming toward us because of our blue friend here that's going to be with us over the next several days into next week. So tomorrow, another nice day, lots of sunshine, dry air coming in and out of the north, and winds will come down. The mercury will be going down again for the next 3 mornings at least. We'll be in the 40s. So overnight tonight, 45 degrees, a few upper 30s showing up maybe on your home thermometer, depending on where you live. And we do have some pretty clear skies. The upstate mostly clear, 53 for the low, and north breeze. Tomorrow, 76, and in the upstate, it'll hit a high by 81. So you can't hardly beat that. Terrific day to get outdoors and enjoy yourself. North winds at 5 to 10 won't be bad either. Yankee with a 3-day outlook. Sunday, we'll drop down to 44 for the morning. So another chilly start, and we'll be in the 40s again Monday morning. The afternoon highs continue to be right around 75, 76 degrees.
Brr.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
today had
40-something.
that fall-like feel, though, don't you think? I mean, I could really tell a difference, compared to earlier.
It is that time of the year, and remember too, it is possible to get our first freeze, although it'll be a record even this early.
All right, thanks.
We'll keep our eyes open. Thanks, Mike. Rock country musician Uncle Kracker pleads guilty to misdemeanor assault, and that's first in the buzz. The singer, whose real name is Matthew Schaefer, had been facing a felony sexual assault charge after prosecutors say he put his hand up a woman's skirt at a Raleigh nightclub last month. After his plea, a Wake County judge sentenced him to 12 months probation. He was also fined $1,500 and ordered to undergo an alcohol assessment.
Thieves who broke into Francis Ford Coppola's Buenos Aires home made off with a laptop containing a work on his new movie Tetro. The Oscar-winning director wasn't home at the time of the theft, but a member of the production crew was injured during the break-in.
And another Oscar-winning director is working on a new project. Martin Scorsese will direct a documentary about the late George Harrison. Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney will participate in the production, which is set to begin this year. The film is expected to take several years to complete.
And the Material Girl may soon be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Madonna is one of 9 nominees. Also included on that list, John Mellencamp, the Beastie Boys, and Donna Summer. About 500 musicians, industry professionals, and journalists will vote on the nominees. The top 5 vote-getters will be inducted into the hall in March.
Oprah is in familiar territory. The media mogul ranks #1 on the Forbes list of TV's top earners, raking in $260 million a year. My goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Jerry Seinfeld is a distant second with $60 million a year, even though his show was ended, 10 years ago. And then American Idol's Simon Cowell is third, followed by David Letterman. My goodness.
A lot of money being tossed around out there, huh?
You're not kidding. Things seem to be moving in the right direction between union officials and General Motors.
Yeah, coming up in our business report, how the tentative agreement jumped a major hurdle. And a controversial billboard puts marriage in the hot seat. Up next, why even in Hollywood, some are saying this message goes too far.
The Buzz, sponsored by Arby's.
Hi, Bob Taylor here with today's national average mortgage rates. And now at Home Trust, when you open any checking account, you'll get a free college fan kit with your choice of teams. It's just another reason there's no place like home.
If you want it, here it is, come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it, here it is, come and get it.
The clock is ticking at the Buick, Pontiac, and GMC Time to Buy sale. For 7 short days, get great deals on many 07 Buick, Pontiac, and GMC models, like $2,500 cash back on the 6-cylinder G6. Hurry, on October 1st, time's up. See your Buick, Pontiac, and GMC dealer.
It doesn't have to be hard when it comes to saving money on your car insurance. As a matter of fact, it's pretty simple. Call Direct with over 500 offices, low monthly payments, and great friendly service. Direct is your car insurance answer. So for us to help you, you need to call 1-800-444-4211. That's 1-800-444-4211. And like I said, car insurance doesn't have to be hard. At Direct, it's easy.
Save $25, $100, even $200 on the most comfortable furniture you can buy during the Berkline Groups for Less sale. Buy any Berkline recliner, sofa, or love seat, get $25 off. Buy 2 pieces, get $100 off. Buy all 3 pieces, get $200 off. Choose from a variety of colors, fabrics, and styles, and get a whole room of furniture for a whole lot less. The Berkline Groups for Less sale. It's going on now at Carolina Furniture Concepts.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast 24 hours a day from News 13 and the Weatherline Forecast Service.
Return to the charm of yesteryear at Pinebrook Farms, Weaverville's premier arts and crafts design community. Single-family homes, condominiums, and creekside townhomes create the feeling of a carefree community with clubhouse, pool, fitness center, and creekside walking trails. The feel of the country beautifully blended with the convenience of 7 miles to Asheville. Call today to learn more about your opportunity to live life to the fullest at Pinebrook Farms, an arts and crafts haven for those yearning for home.
It's finally here, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance, with no interest for 6 years on Dodge Durango, Dakota, and Grand Caravan with stow-and-go seating and storage. Plus, buy or lease any new 2007 Dodge from a participating Carolina Dodge dealer today and get an official Panthers tailgate tent. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. And that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance ends soon.
The Evening Business Report is brought to you by Perlman's Carpet One.
Stocks in lower at the end of a mixed week, and the Dow fell 17 points to settle at 13,895. And the NASDAQ was down 8 points to finish at 2,701.
Well, a tentative contract between the United Auto Workers and General Motors passes a huge hurdle as union officials across the country approve the pact. UAW's president says members will now vote on the deal that should be wrapped up and counted by October 10th. Now, as part of the deal, GM will pay more than $5 billion to fund the retiree health care, while the UAW union is setting up the health care trust.
Starting Monday, more than 13,000 New York City taxi cabs must be equipped with GPS systems and software. Drivers who refuse installation could face fines. That's after a federal judge ruled that the use of GPS technology to improve taxi service appears to outweigh any privacy rights of the taxi drivers. Drivers had argued the technology would harm their vehicles and cost them extra money.
If you're a Macy's credit card customer and you haven't used your account in, say, 2 to 4 years, well, be prepared for a little surprise in the mail. Citibank is reportedly sending you a general-purpose MasterCard, even if you didn't ask for one. Citibank bought all the Macy's credit card accounts last year. Consumer groups say these cards raise some privacy concerns and could expose consumers to identity theft.
Apple has good news for iPhone users and bad news for hackers. The latest software adds access to the iTunes Wi-Fi music stores and eliminates some security flaws. But as Apple warned users earlier this week, the update will create problems for iPhones that are modified to work with a cellular carrier other than AT&T. Martha Stewart is getting into the social networking business. Marthapedia.com will have content similar to what you see in her magazine, but the site will allow you to contribute your own tips and opinions on cooking, crafts, and housekeeping.
Another way for her to make more millions, probably.
What a smart lady,
She
absolutely.
is a very smart
Somebody
lady.
needs to be throwing us some of this money.
No,
you know?
we're not business savvy.
Well, life is short, just have an affair.
Can you believe that?
That's what it
well,
says.
That is the controversial message on a billboard in West Hollywood. Now several people are protesting to get it taken down. Those against the billboard, which advertises a website, by the way, say the website it promotes is promoting marital infidelity, but AshleyMadison.com says people who are going to cheat are going to do it anyway. All right, News 13 wants to know what you think about the billboard. Log on to our website, WLOS.com, and vote in today's web poll.
You know, most of us at one time or another, or more often than not, have dreamed of winning the lottery.
But I don't think many people would do what one North Carolina man did when he won the lottery. Coming up, we'll fill you in.
I'm Victoria Dunkel.
And I'm Jay Siltzer.
We'll let you in on a secret of some great chefs Monday in the Carolina kitchen, what it takes to make a fruity glaze, in this case for some tilapia.
Plus your AccuWeather forecast for the new week when you join us Monday for News 13 at noon.
When a guy can't get his wahine to put some halakaheki all over his moa'u, then he's got to go someplace else. The Hawaiian chicken sandwich with grilled pineapple, new at Hardee's.
We went around swapping people's vehicles for 1 week. We didn't tell them we were from Ford. We told them it was market research.
My name's Deion McKinney, and I'm going to be swapping for the Ford Mustang GT convertible. Feel that rumble of the engine. It's kind of like, woo! It's got the, hey, look at me kind of feel to it. Got some serious pickup. By the time you want to be in that lane, you're already in it. It puts a smile on my face.
Now swap your ride and get an 07 Ford Mustang with an extra $2,000 swap bonus cash for a total savings of up to $3,500. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Had an accident with a new or late model car and paying for the repair yourself?
Besides saving up to 33% compared to other body shops, Maaco is offering no interest financing with 12 months to pay. Uh-oh, better get Maaco.
If you've ever lost your phone, you know that the worst part is losing what's inside of it. It's your whole world of names and numbers. Friends, family, work. Lose your phone and you're lost. At US Cellular, we understand. That's why we offer our contact backup feature, so you'll never lose your names or numbers, even if you lose your phone. We'll get your world back in your hands in no time. US Cellular is wireless where you matter most.
US Cellular. We connect with you.
Don't miss the Fall Mountain RV and Boat Liquidation Show, September 28th through the 30th at the Western North Carolina Agriculture Fairgrounds. Save thousands this weekend only.
Presenting the 263 horsepower Lincoln MKZ. Rated highest in initial quality, according to J.D. Power and Associates. Now joined by the fastest-selling luxury crossover, the Lincoln MKX, with its award-winning safety and panoramic vista roof. Reach higher, and you're destined to reach the top. Now, drive the innovative Lincoln MKZ V6 for just $329 a month.
Persistence pays off for one North Carolina man.
After years of playing the lottery and never winning, Theo Streeter hit it big last weekend.
I just start hollering, jumping up.
Theo's losing streak ended when his $10 scratch-off returned $250,000, and while he could have kept the small fortune for himself, he decided instead to give something back to his community. He turned an old pool hall into a teen center.
Place where them to come and they can hang out at and have fun instead of getting in trouble.
Theo says winning all that money made him realize that, well, he didn't really know what to do with it to begin with, except to do something good with it.
That's wonderful.
That's a great story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
News 13 at 6 is next. Stay with us.
Tonight, the first daughter, her first television interview, Jenna Bush, lifting the curtain on the White House, her emotional new book, and her engagement.
Have you set a date yet? Everybody wondering if there'll be a White House wedding.
Don't miss the Diane Sawyer exclusive tonight on 2020.
A My Network TV special presentation. The biggest concert the world has ever seen. The hottest acts performing from around the globe. Liver, the concert special.
Tonight at 8 on My 40.
The hemlock trees are dying. A tiny insect called the hemlock woolly adelgid is killing them by the thousands. Appalachian Arborists, contracted by the National Park Service to save our wild hemlocks, now offers the same cost-effective service to you. If you have hemlocks or think you might, call Appalachian Arborists for a free assessment of your property today. Left untreated, virtually every hemlock will die within a few years. Call Appalachian Arborists for a no-cost assessment now.
If you want it, here it is, come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it.
The clock is ticking at the Buick, Pontiac, and GMC Time to Buy sale. For 7 short days, get great deals on many 07 Buick, Pontiac, and GMC models, like $3,500 cash back on Buick Lucerne. Hurry, on October 1st, time's up. See your local Buick Pontiac GMC dealer today.
My family relies on me, and David understood that.
David makes you feel at ease.
Most lawyers are in a hurry, but not David.
David treated my family with respect.
David took the time to explain things in a way that my family could understand.
He gets results.
Thank you, David.
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 No, thank you for trusting me over the last 25 years.
Madison High prepares to take the gridiron, but are there enough Patriots to field a football team? I'm John Lee. We'll have more on the efforts to save the season despite a suspension.
Sexual harassment would be any unwanted sexual comments, showing pictures, making sexually jokes.
A former female employee at a local fast food chain says the harassment went too far. Now she's filed a federal lawsuit.
And the drought in western North Carolina may be bad for most crops, but some growers say the dry weather is making for a very good year.
These are the people that have given us the life that we've enjoyed.
Also tonight, we'll take you behind the scenes as organizers offer local vets the trip of a lifetime in a special report.
Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 6.
They did something wrong, but most of us forgave them.
They're half the team they used to be. Madison High School is about to kick off for the first time since 10 players were suspended from the team this week. Good evening, I'm Darcel Grimes.
And I'm Larry Blunt. The punishment handed to the players at Madison High has gotten mixed reviews on campus. News 13's John Lee joins us live from Madison, where the team will play tonight. John, the Patriots have a lot of holes to fill with all these kids gone. How are they going to do that?
Well, it's a Friday night frenzy just trying to accomplish that goal. Now, you do the math, folks. Taking 10 away from any team due to disciplinary reasons is a killer in just about any sport. Now, add to that the fact that, of course, you've got a small group in Madison that only came into this season with 23 players on the varsity squad. That leaves 13, folks, and that is a tough road to toe. Now they're enlisting help to avoid thousands of dollars in fines. Outside the lines, the beat goes on a campus divided.
It's going to stop me from going to the games anymore.
Now I'm glad they're kicked off because maybe now we'll have a better football team.
Madison prepares to march on with a depleted roster. 4 to 5 JV players will fill in after 10 varsity players were kicked off the team for the entire season for unspecified reasons. Administrators saying only that they violated the athletic policy. And now the entire football season on both the JV and varsity levels in limbo. And if the varsity can't finish out their season, the school could end up with $3,000 in fines.
This weekend, you know, I've got to get a plan together that'll best suit both teams. I'm going to, just to be honest with you, I'm doing a lot of praying.
It's kind of downing, yeah, but we're still fired up. We're ready to play.
It hasn't taken away from your motivation.
A little, but we'll get it back.
The remaining Patriots say everyone, including folks on campus, expects them to lose. So this game is quite the yard marker in terms of strength and character.
We're a little bit down, but I think we can come back with the JV and do strong.
The challenge now is to transform adversity into a show of Patriot pride, despite the distractions.
Yeah, it all goes away. It all just disappears when that ball's kicked off. It's just gone.
And so those winless Patriots, even more of an underdog tonight against Hendersonville, folks. Coach Darren Ponder saying that, as you heard there, he's going to put a lot of thought and prayer into a plan that he hopes will pull them out of this terrible situation. And basically, they're going to plan a meeting with parents and players on Monday, and hopefully they'll get a lot of cooperation from the community, because it's going to take a lot of sacrifice from a lot of people to get them through this season. And unfortunate for the junior varsity squad, because they're going through a winning season with 5 wins and just 2 losses. Reporting live at Madison High School, John Lee, News 13.
Thanks, John. A local fast food franchise faces a federal lawsuit alleging female employees were sexually harassed. The lawsuit says a male general manager at Arby's subjected manager Melissa Jackson and other female employees to sexually offensive remarks, gestures, and touching. An attorney representing the company says they haven't been served with court documents, and therefore they have no comment. A civil litigation attorney says many times sexual harassment cases go unreported.
Women are afraid a lot of times to make a fuss, and they're afraid that if they do report those kinds of things, even though they are sexual harassment, that they're going to be retaliated against.
Melissa Jackson also alleges that Arby's fired her after she complained to managers.
2 new programs will keep area kids busy after school by helping them learn some valuable lessons in and out of the classroom. 5 McDowell County elementary schools have qualified to participate in the 21st Century Community Learning Grant. The state-funded after-school program focuses on 3rd through 6th graders who need some extra help with their academics.
It's a 3-hour-a-day process, Monday through Thursday, and it's a 4-year grant. So we'll see what the outcome is at the end of 4 years. Hopefully it's going to have a major impact and do a lot of positive things for kids.
The 21st Century program also requires that parents become involved in their children's education through a series of monthly meetings. McDowell County schools will receive nearly $800,000 in funding for the program. And junior high students in McDowell also have a new after-school opportunity. The YMCA in Marion is introducing a program next month that allows all junior high students free memberships to the Y. Students will meet after school and take part in activities from swimming to weightlifting, and they can also get some tutoring help.
They're important to us. They're important to what our county has to offer, and we wanted to make sure that they had a place to be after school that was safe. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. It's a place where they can be healthy, they can get better grades, and give back to the community that's given to them.
The program is being funded by a grant from the North Carolina Department of Juvenile Justice.
A Halloween tradition comes to an end this year for One Mountain family. For more than a decade, there's been a monster of an exhibit displayed in front of Gail Parkins' house in Marion. Last year, about 1,000 trick-or-treaters visited the house. But after the sudden death of Parkins earlier this year, her husband decided it was time to let the tradition go and has put the display up for sale.
He just didn't have the heart to set it up this year and decided that it'd be better for him just to sell it all off and be done with it and let somebody else take over.
Much of Parkins' display has already been bought, but the family will sell the remaining pieces beginning tomorrow morning at 8. Money made from the sale will go towards Parkins' funeral costs and medical bills.
Well, a blistering drought that's dried up some crops may have created a fine wine for a Polk County vineyard. Winemakers have harvested a crop of Chardonnay grapes they say have produced more sugar than grapes grown in a more normal weather pattern. Now, the dry conditions also contributed to an earlier harvest that may produce some top quality wines.
The people that I've talked to that grow grapes say that they've never seen this happen before. 20 years or however long they've been growing grapes. It's just a unique situation, probably going to produce a unique wine, and we're really looking forward to it.
Alvin Pack plans to put the word survivor on the label of the 2007 wine. Sounds appropriate. No one knows how they'll taste until the first bottle is open in July 2008.
But we'll know it by the name,
Yes,
Survivor. Dozens of vets in our area are preparing for a trip back in time.
It's a special flight that pays tribute to their achievements during World War II. Coming up, we'll take you behind the scenes for the planning of Honor Air.
Also ahead, from rich foods to traditional music and dancing, it's easy to go Greek in Asheville this weekend.
Pretty nice day today, although a bit breezy. How about tomorrow for playing golf? Here's your Broadmoor Tea Time forecast. In the morning, it's going to be on the cool side. You may have to have the jackets on if you're getting out that early. 45 to start, but it shapes up. Temperatures warm in the 70s, lots of sun, and it should not be near as windy to blow some of your drives around. Your AccuWeather forecast coming up minutes away.
You're watching News 13 at 6. Closed captioning sponsored by North Asheville Baptist Church.
Don't miss the Fall Mountain RV and Boat Liquidation Show, September 28th through the 30th at the Western North Carolina Agriculture Fairgrounds. Admission is only $2 and parking is free. Save thousands this weekend only.
It's finally here, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance, with no interest for 6 years on Dodge Durango, Dakota, and Grand Caravan with stow-and-go seating and storage. Plus, buy or lease any new 2007 Dodge from a participating Carolina Dodge dealer today and get an official Panthers tailgate tent. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. And that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Dodge model year-end clearance ends soon.
Number 8.
That's me.
School lunch, yeah?
Yep.
You look like a ham and cheese girl.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's tavern ham. That's really good.
That's very good.
All right. Thick or thin?
Not thin and not thick. I mean, like, maybe thin and medium, like, in between.
I can do that. We're on to cheese.
Maybe 6 of the speckled ones. Thank you very much.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, see you next time. Number 9.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Well, Candace, you know, September's here and it's like a new year. Football season is well underway.
That's right, Rhett, and it's also the best time to buy your new vehicle at Ashville Dodge.
You bet, Candace. People have places to go, and we want to help get them there with low 0% financing for 72 months.
That's 0% on brand new Dakotas, Durangos, and Caravan, all with the new lifetime powertrain warranty.
So come see us at 860 Tunnel Road in Asheville.
And we'll get you moving in your new vehicle this fall.
At Ashville Dodge. Don't miss the Fall Mountain RV and Boat Liquidation Show, September 28th through the 30th at the Western North Carolina Agriculture Fairgrounds. Admission is only $2 and parking is free. Save thousands this weekend only.
Tomorrow, 101 mountain veterans will board a plane bound for Washington, D.C. in the National World War II Memorial.
The organizers call it Honor Air, donor-supported flights that offer a free trip for the vets. News 13's Cheryl Barber has more about the people behind the effort.
Cheryl, this all began in Henderson County last year.
That's right. Honor Air organizers took an idea from a Midwestern pilot and they expanded on it. After flying more than 630 veterans to the National Memorial, the Henderson County organizers are helping neighbors honor their veterans.
When we started developing our whole program, we started building a template so we could share it with other communities.
That's Henderson County Honor Air's Jeff Miller at Reagan National Airport 1 year ago, making sure veterans and their guardians are accounted for on the bus ride through the Capitol to the World War II Memorial. The original Honor Air effort took a total of about 630 vets to Washington. Now, Miller and his battalion of volunteers are passing the baton to Asheville and Buncombe County's Honor Air program.
There's been a tremendous enthusiasm, not only from the members of our club, but from the community at large.
Rotary Club of Asheville's Bob Haggard says the club sponsorship mobilizes veterans and their families, doctors, paramedics, donors, an airline, 2 airports, Capitol Police, and officials in Washington. But despite the scale of the operation, these 2 men say it's the least they can do for these heroes.
The privileges that we've enjoyed as Americans are entirely attributable to the efforts of the men and women who served in the Second World War and made the sacrifices that they made for our benefit. And it's well past time that we acknowledge that.
How many of those do you have?
The planning sessions this week address the details, such as lightweight raincoats in case the weather turns bad Saturday. They've run through the checklist, and they're ready to mobilize a corps of veterans to hallowed ground.
They didn't go to war as an individual. They went to war as a group. They fought the war as a group, and then they came home in many cases as individuals. They leave that day knowing that what they did 60-plus years ago made all the difference in the world.
The Asheville-Buncombe County Honor Air program plans to go beyond county boundaries to include vets throughout the mountains. If you would like to donate, go to our website and we'll connect you with the Rotary Club. We'll travel with the Honor Air Soldiers Saturday and bring you reports about their tour of their memorial. Darcel, Larry?
Thanks, Cheryl. Hopefully the weather will be nice for them.
Hey, Mike, if it's anything like we had today, they'll be in good shape.
That's true. The weather certainly has improved, although we did not get the rain we certainly could use. And I'll let you know whether or not we're going to have any rain chances coming up here soon. Here's your air quality index for the valleys and ridgetops tomorrow. This will be the final one as the air quality season is over. It's looking good, too. Yanker with the forecast coming right up.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Caldwell. We'll get you right back to the news in just a moment. First, an important question. Would you feel comfortable buying a new home if you knew the very second you moved in, that house would be worth $50,000 less? Of course not. So I ask you this, why would any of us ever do the very same thing when we purchase a new car?
Hey folks, Mark Andrews here with Star 104.3, and Bob's point is exactly right. Fortunately, there's an alternative. Auto Advantage, your new car alternative store. See, new cars depreciate 20% or more the moment you buy them. That's thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money gone in seconds. But thanks to Auto Advantage, I'll never suffer new car depreciation again. Plus, they've got a huge selection of like-new vehicles, all with the prices clearly marked, and most still under the remainder of their factory warranty, so I can buy with confidence.
It's no wonder Auto Advantage has sold more than 20,000 vehicles in our community in the past 10 years.
Here's a few examples of what you can expect from Auto Advantage, in addition to the tremendous selection of low-payment vehicles scrolling across the bottom of your screen. How about this loaded Mazda RX-8? You save $15,000 off new sticker. Or an 07 Rubicon, save $5,000 off new. Or folks, this Ford F-250 Crew Cab Diesel, you save $25,000 off new.
I'm Bob Caldwell. Buy your next vehicle from Auto Advantage. It just makes sense. Easy to find, exit 44 on I-26, the Fletcher exit. Hey, thanks for watching. Now back to the news.
And now, your AccuWeather forecast from News 13.
Certainly had a pretty good day today. A little on the breezy side. The winds kicked up 10 to 15, even 20 miles an hour at times here across the mountains. We will eventually relax those winds, but the mercury is going to be falling quite a bit. Here's a live look outside at the moment. A beautiful evening to get outdoors. We do have a lot of blue sky. Most everyone has bright sunshine. And you'll need the jacket taken with you if you're planning to be out a little late because temperatures are falling. Not quite down to the freezing mark, but we are getting into the time of the year where it could actually freeze. It would be a record if it did so. Now, the earliest recorded freeze at the Ashville Airport was September 30th in 1967. It made it down to 30. But October 1st, the day after, it did make it down to 32 degrees back in 1993, and that was relatively recent. The coldest low in October, 21 degrees at the end of the month, October 29th in 1976. So we'll probably get our first freeze coming up here in the first 1 to 3 weeks of October. In the meantime, there's your air quality index again. Both the valleys and ridge tops looking good. This will be the end of that, so we shouldn't have any air quality issues now for the rest of the season. In the meantime, the past 12 hours, we had a few clouds earlier, and then they broke apart and left a lot of sunshine today as high pressure is our main feature and will be so for the next several days to come. Not a drop of rain anticipated over the next 7 days, unfortunately. Dew points have come way down. Drier air has infiltrated the mountains and the upstate. Most of our dew points are down in the 40s, which means our mercury can drop down the 40s later tonight. 74 degrees our current temperature, 77 in Franklin, 80s throughout much of the upstate and into the foothills. Morganton, a little cooler than Rutherfordton by a couple of degrees. 90, though, down in Columbia. That was the highest mark. And then it's 82 degrees back in Gainesville. Andrews, 79. Here's your almanac for you. 76, that was our high today, and that's 3 degrees above normal, so we're getting closer there. Low of 62, that was well above, but we'll probably beat that and get our 24-hour low tonight at midnight as that mercury falls. The record, not freezing, but it's 37. No rain, and we only had 1 day this month, and that may end up being like that. Only 1 day of getting any rain for the entire month at the Asheville Airport. The upstate deficit's nearing 15 inches. Our pressure's steady. Winds out of the north still around 13 miles an hour. Humidity's only 29%, the dew point 40. The upstate has 24% humidity, a falling pressure, and a north wind at around 7. Susan Lee from Candler, 58 was her low. She'll probably get colder than that tonight. 75 for her high. She's backed off a degree since, and she is reporting partly cloudy skies, so a few clouds where she lives. We have a low pressure offshore. That's the frontal boundary, too, and it's moving away from us as our high pressure builds in and kicks it on out of here. The high is centered still back to the west, so we're on the outside edges of it. One of the reasons why it's a little windy, the pressure gradient's kind of tight here, and as these lines of constant pressure spread apart with the high building in, our winds will be relaxing later tonight. Here's Futurecast over the next 24 hours. The big blue H just passes to the north of us. Tomorrow, it's going to be on the cool side in the morning, down in the 40s. The afternoon, we shape up. Plenty of sunshine to go around. With high pressure, you get sinking air, not rising air. So it tends to prevent cloud formation, and that's why we'll end up with sunshine through the entire weekend. The high slides eastward, but we are going to get a couple of days ahead of lows in the 40s like this. 45 tonight, north winds 5 to 10. The upstate 53. Then tomorrow, 76 degrees. That's pretty nice. The upstate 81. And that's cooler than today. You're accurate with the 7-day forecast. Plenty of 70s to go around for the next few days. We climb into the 80s by the end of the week. And the lows stay in the 40s through Monday. There might even be some of your home thermometers, depending on where you live in the mountains, in the upper 30s over the next few days.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mike. Well, a local coach is calling for a change with one of his top offensive players.
The result is a perfect fit and so far a perfect season. Stan has the story next in sports.
Ashville Chevrolet, your only local hometown Chevrolet dealer. I invite you to see why we have the best truck prices and the best truck service anywhere. 205 Smoky Park Highway, Asheville. I guarantee it.
Looking for the perfect way to stay in touch?
U.S. Cellular can help you keep in touch no matter where you are. With national plans including unlimited free incoming calls, 7 p.m. nights and weekends, and free incoming text messages. Plus, get a Samsung SCH U520 with MP3 player and Bluetooth technology for just $19.95.
At U.S. Cellular, we'll make sure you get everything you need and nothing you don't. U.S. Cellular is wireless where you matter most.
U.S. Cellular.
Asheville Chevrolet, your only local hometown Chevrolet dealer. I invite you to see why we have the best certified used cars anywhere. 205 Smoky Park Highway. I'm Mike Alonzo, and I guarantee it.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast 24 hours a day from News 13 and the Weatherline Forecast Service.
There's never been a better time to buy at the all-new Anderson Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty.
Every new 07 Nissan is priced to move.
And the 08s are here, specially priced.
Just announced at Anderson Nissan, no payments till 2008 on all new 07 and 08 Nissans. Plus, get $8,000 off Nissan Titan.
Plus, when you buy, you get our exclusive lifetime warranty.
Click on AndersonNissan.com.
And hurry to the all-new Anderson Nissan, the family store.
Just past the Farmers Market on Brevard Road.
Folks, it's the Payment Buster sale right here at Hunter Chevrolet Used Cars. We're lowering payments on over 300 nearly new vehicles, like this awesome Ford Focus. 32 miles to the gallon, $199 a month. How about this Nissan Xterra? Beautiful white, looks brand new, $199 a month. How about this Hyundai Accent? Only $99 a month. Folks, it's the Payment Buster sale. It's going on right here, now through Monday, only at Hunter Chevrolet Used Cars. Don't miss it.
Another big Friday night of prep football in Western North Carolina. Hello, everyone. I'm Stan Pamphilis, and it looks like a season where parity reigns in mountain football. But one thing hasn't changed, the success of Polk County. 6-0 for a second straight year. Wolverines ironically have stayed that way because of change. Larry Holly explains.
Let's do this. And I think a lot of people are going, hey, where'd this guy come from?
Only about 10 yards away.
Derek was probably one of the best receivers in the state.
But now,
Derek's a great quarterback.
throwing for over 1,500 yards and 20 touchdowns for Polk County.
We knew we had him all along. We just had to give him an opportunity to get under center.
While Derek Overholt's success may surprise some,
due to some of the things that we've done, maybe not have expected.
It doesn't others.
He's a thinker back there and makes very few mistakes.
Because once a receiver, always a receiver.
A little deeper.
He knows where you're going to be. He knows the routes. Having played receiver, he knows where to run it and where to throw it.
Yeah. I understand a lot better of what they're seeing out there at wide receiver, of where they're going to run. And it just gives us an advantage of knowing both positions.
But the thing that's really helped Derek's transition from receiver to quarterback has been the help he's gotten from the players at his old position.
All those guys catching the ball, and they catch it, and it makes my job easy. It makes you appreciate your offensive line a whole bunch. If they continue to do that, we're gonna be successful.
From one position to another. In Columbus, Larry Hawley, News 13 Sports.
Prep action in Arden today. Christ School hosting Forsyth Country Day. Second quarter, Greenies down 7-0. John Huell back to pass, but he finds Christ School's Will Battle instead. INT takes it 15 yards. Look what happens here. He's going to fumble the football, but he gets it back deep in the Furies' territory. A few plays later, watch this great play by quarterback Huff Price for Christ School. Gets hit, spins out, shakes free, and he sprints into the end zone right there for 6 points. That ties the game before the half at 7. Christ School gets a 27-yard field goal from Danny Agee with 15 seconds left to win it 13-10. Other games we're covering tonight, Key Mac contest. North Buncombe at Robertson, Ashville at Inca. Rams and Cougars heading for a big showdown next week, but they got to get there. They have big wins they have to get tonight if they can. Smoky Mountain Showdown, Murphy at Cherokee, and Ken Owen bounce back hosting Mitchell. We'll have these games and more on the Frenzy at 11. Well, Mars Hill's television debut had its moments, but all in all, a tough night at 14th-ranked Catawba. The sack opener for the two unbeatens on national television. Big play. Second quarter, Lions down 7 on the move, but Ricky Spradlin picked off by Arthur. First of all, well, there's a big run by Washington, who goes all the way down inside enemy territory. A big play of 61 yards. But then after that, here comes the play we were talking about. Cromartie steps in front, and that really kills him A 66-yard interception led to a touchdown. They had 3 turnovers, Mars Hill did, in the first half, and that helped them to lose it 45-21. TV games tomorrow on ABC 13, Clemson at Georgia Tech. That's a 3:30 kickoff. And then at 8 o'clock, Southern Cal at Washington. On My 40 at noon, North Carolina at Virginia Tech. NASCAR in Kansas for Sunday's LifeLock 400, the 3rd race in the chase, qualifying today. And Jimmy Johnson's becoming a pole sitter. Jimmy Johnson again takes the top spot as he wins his 3rd pole in the last 4 weeks. He's number 1. Then you have Newman, Kenseth, Scott Riggs, Jeff Gordon, and Denny Hamlin. You can see the race right here Sunday at 1.
All right. I know you're ready for tonight.
Oh,
Big night.
You always are on time.
Always ready.
Thanks, Dan.
Well, downtown Asheville is going Greek this weekend. Coming up, we'll take you there for a preview of the fun.
And tonight at 11, we'll have the latest on racial tensions that have caused concerns at a Mountain High school over a dummy made for a homecoming display.
Come see the large selection of works by Bob Travers, internationally recognized wildlife artist from Fairview, North Carolina, at Tass Fine Art Gallery. The Appalachian Artisan Society Gallery invites you to see over 60 area artisans.
It's finally here, the Chrysler Model Year-End Clearance, with no interest for 6 years on Chrysler Aspen and Town & Country, with more miles per gallon and more style per gallon. Plus, buy or lease any new 2007 Chrysler from a participating Carolina Chrysler dealer and get an official Panthers tailgate tent. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty, and that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Chrysler Model Year-End Clearance ends soon.
For Toby Davis, life is a symphony of sounds. He'll tell you it's amazing what you can hear when you take the time to listen, which is why in his real estate career, Toby is intent on listening to his clients' goals and developing a custom strategy to reach them. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home, talk to Toby. He's committed to your success. Call Toby today or visit his website at talktotoby.com. Talk to Toby. He's listening.
The best part of my day? Well, Tommy told Jimmy that he might like me.
Brian?
No homework?
Lucky.
What about you, Mom?
Right now. Have you thought about a hobby?
Come to KFC for a 10-piece bucket of the Colonel's famous finger-licking original recipe or extra crispy chicken for only $10.99. And let the bonding begin. KFC chicken has the same great taste with 0 grams of trans fat per serving.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it.
The clock is ticking at the Buick, Pontiac, and GMC Time to Buy sale. For 7 short days, get great deals on many 07 Buick, Pontiac, and GMC models, like $2,500 cash back on the 6-cylinder G6. Hurry, on October 1st, time's up. See your Buick, Pontiac, and GMC dealer.
I'm Lisa Davis of Charlotte, and I make one-of-a-kind jewelry.
The Appalachian Artisan Society Gallery invites you to see over 60 area artisans.
A taste of the Mediterranean dances its way into the mountains this weekend.
The 21st annual Asheville Greek Festival started today at Martin Luther King Jr. Park. The festival is sponsored by Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church and Asheville Parks and Recreation. Crowds can enjoy authentic Greek foods and pastries and lots of traditional dancing.
Have you been here before? No, but I've been to other Greek festivals, and they're wonderful, especially the pastries.
Now the Greek festival runs through Sunday. I'll take those gyros any day.
It's the best food around. You got the festival, it's the best.
You get no argument from us, Dan.
Yeah, well, there were some crumbs left in the newsroom. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't even get those either. It'll be a nice weekend to get out to go to that or anything else you may have planned to do, because temperatures will be in the 70s. The mornings will be on the cooler side, so if you're an early riser, you'll have to have the jackets on, if not the light coat. 45 to 44 degrees. There'll be some thermometers in the upper 30s here in the mountains. Then we have a nice week ahead, unfortunately dry.
And thanks for joining us. World News with Charles Gibson is next.
Or for more local news, turn over to My 40.
When a
a guy can't get his wahine to put some halakahiki all over his moa'u, then he's got to go someplace else. The Hawaiian chicken sandwich with grilled pineapple, new at Hardee's.
Where do you go to get a great price on a new Ford?
That is the Ford.
Where do you go to get a great price on a quality pre-owned vehicle?
That is the Ford. That is the Ford.
Where do you go to have your vehicle serviced? At the only quick lane tire and auto center in western North Carolina.